We're here in the City of Oakland Park. Today I'm going to walk you through our COVID-19 vaccination site so you can see our logistics from start to end. As vaccinations were made available to the public, we realize many of our population may have difficulty scheduling an appointment, if it be having computer access or even operating a computer. Some may also face a challenge with transportation and getting to our site. We set up this vaccination pod for the vulnerable population that may not have access to get an appointment elsewhere. I am now going to walk you through each station of our logistics. Here we are at our first station. This is the main entrance to our complex. Here, an officer will greet individuals that have an appointment. He will check them off on the checklist and have them proceed to the parking lot. If they do not have an appointment, the officer will then hand them an informational sheet so they can schedule an appointment. Here we are at Station 2, the greeter area. Once the individual parks, they will be welcomed by a greeter who will take their temperature and ensure it's not above 100.4 degrees, and they will also check them off the checklist for our checks and balances. If they have not completed the paperwork already, this is where they'll complete the paperwork at this time. Here we are at Station 3, check-in. Typically, everyone wears a mask upon entering the building. However, for demonstration's sake, I'm going to leave mine off so everyone can understand. As the individual enters the building, they will hand over their paperwork to the screener to confirm they have filled out all the sections. They will also hand over their ID to confirm identity, age, and residency. And if it's their second dose, they will also hand over their vaccination card that they received at their first appointment. The individual then is required to hand sanitize before moving on. After the individual hand sanitizes, they are given a folder. This folder contains information about the vaccination. They are also given a number, and a corresponding number is also placed on the paperwork. Numbers are given for privacy, so the individual is not referenced by name. At this point, the individual takes a seat and the screener processes the paperwork. As the screener hands the paperwork to the processing table, a second appointment is made for those that are here for their first shot. For those that are here for their second shot, if they do not have their vaccination card, they are looked up in Florida shots. Another function of the processing table is to account for all the shots given for the day. There may be some shots left over at the end due to people not arriving. At this point, those spots are filled. Once the paperwork is processed, the clipboard and the pen are put to the side to be cleaned before its next use. As the last component of Station 3, the screener will bring the paperwork to the vaccination table, put it in the bottom of the stack so the vaccinators pull off the top. They will also give the individual their second appointment, and if it is their second dose, they will give them back their vaccination card. We are now at Station 4, the vaccination area. The vaccinator will pull the next form off the top of the pile and call out the next number that is up for their shot. Once the individual's number is called, they then proceed to the vaccination booth. At this time, any additional medical questions are answered. The shot is then given, and if it is their first shot, they are then given a vaccination card. After the individual receives their shot, they'll proceed to the post-vaccination waiting area. They will wait the allotted time that was given by the vaccinator based off their medical history. In the waiting area, healthcare workers will monitor the individual for any initial side effects and will go over the paperwork in the folder. At the end of the observation period, the individual will proceed to the exit that is located at the opposite end of the building from the entrance.